Hello. Eleanor, can you hear me?
Yes, Brendan.
Oh, okay. Can you see the screen?
Let me just check quickly. Yes.
Okay. And if I change everything, you can see all of that, eh?
Yeah, I can see your plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
100%.
and ballet.
Okay, cool.
WhatsApp.
Right. Okay, we'll just wait for the other people to join quickly.
Okay.
Okay. Gemma, mute yourself again.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, Pastor, Daphne, Winnie. So, Lily said hi to Lenore. We're just waiting on a few more people. I don't know how many more are going to join. Quite a few said they were going to join. So we'll just hang in there quickly. Winnie, just to let you know, today was very good. Went to Mitchell's Plain, and there was quite a few people, and everybody signed up. So Mary is doing very well. She signed up 4 people, and out of that 4 people, 2 people signed up, 1 person each. So just to let you know, guys, this is also very interactive. So whenever you want to say something, just unmute. You don't need my permission. Ask the questions, and then yeah, take it from there. Okay, cool. So we'll just give it another minute or 2, and then that should be fine. There are people struggling with Wi-Fi, internet connections, and things like that, data. So it's not always going to be the case where people can jump on. And then obviously the most common one is where people forget, you know, that there's a Zoom. Sabina's joined us. Hi, Sabina. I think I spoke to your brother today. It's all good. Auntie Maureen. Don't know who else is still going to be jumping on. Let's just maybe put a little bit of background music while we're waiting for one or two more people. Anybody else jumping on? No. Okay. I think we can start. Whoever's missed it. Hi, Jeanette. Guys, if you just joined, please mute yourself. If you want to ask a question, raise your hand. This is very interactive. We're not going to be stringent. This is a training platform, and we'll do training every week on a Tuesday this time. So whoever's missed out today can gladly join next week again. All right. So firstly, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you guys my account. Let me move this one side here. But I just want to tell you firstly what you are getting yourself involved with and the difference between this platform and any other platform that you either are involved in and so forth, right? Now, so most platforms, there's a requirement that you need to talk to people, okay, to grow your business. And you earn your money and you gain your positions and climb the ladder through the commissions that you make when you talk to people. Now, I've been in network marketing for 25 years, and I can tell you that is the one thing that South Africans, more especially Cape Townians, hate to do. As much as what they do it, they talk a lot. They just, when it comes to profiting from talking, they somehow back out of the deal. And Finalmente is one of those programs that doesn't require you to talk to anybody, but it doesn't hurt sharing. And the beauty about Finalmente is that within a week, you can show someone that, you know, there's progress. And so, thanks, Auntie Maureen. So you can, within a week, you can actually show someone, listen, I put in a 500 Rand or 1,000 Rand, whatever, and this is what I'm getting. So it doesn't really matter whether whoever you're talking to, if they sign up underneath you or not, you know what, they can sit back and they can watch you grow your business. And that is the beauty about Finalmente. Now, what is Finalmente all about? Well, really, it's about borrowing money to them. You lend money to Finalmente. They take your money and then they go out and they buy advertising space with your money. Now, depending on the amount of money that you put in, that is what's going to determine how much profit you're going to make for the week. So they will offer you a 1 week plan, a 2 week plan, and a 3 week plan. Again, based on the amount of money, because each one of those plans come with different percentages. Now, you can't also sometimes expect to put 1,000 Rand into a plan where you're going to get 7%. Okay, that's not going to work. It's not fair to the person that had to work and put in 20,000 Rand to get that 7%. So you have to work your way up the ladder to get to that amount of money so that you can afford to put your money into a plan that's going to give you 7%. Generally speaking, you're going to come in on the onset, and I will show you where you're going to earn 6% a week. That's good money. And that's the one thing about Finalmente. You get to know how much you're going to earn. Today, if you put your money in, you know 7 days later what you're going to get out of it. Now, we all know that Bitcoin is on a serious increase. I mean, it's almost on 17 or if not $17,000 already. Finalmente operates in Bitcoin, but it's not a trading platform. Again, they buy advertising space, digital advertising space. So that's the one thing that's going to give you comfort to know that they're going to be around for a long time, because that's where we're heading. Okay? We're in a digital era. And if you can see here on the sides here, all these little pop-ups, okay? It's not just about Finalmente selling off digital space to a company and then they need to advertise here on Finalmente. They can advertise anywhere they want, but they've paid for this advertising space. Okay, and Finalmente will make between 11 to 12% profit. So if you put 1,000 Rand in and 5 other people put their 1,000 Rand in, that's 5 or 6,000 Rand. Finalmente will buy advertising space to that value. Okay, guys, I can afford to give you 6% because we couldn't buy a large amount of advertising space. We only had 6,000 Rand to work with. So I can give you back your 1,000 Rand, each one of you, and I can give you back your 6%. And that's basically how it works. Now, at the end of your week, so we're going to run maybe from a Monday to a Monday for simplicity. Now, come next week, Monday, they will give you back your 1,000 Rand with your 6%, which is 60 Rand. It is your decision. Say, okay, I'm going to take my 1,060 Rand and put it back into the system and then earn another 6% on my 1,060 Rand. Or, you know what, I'm happy to get a 60 Rand every week. So you can take out your 60 Rand immediately. Your plan comes to an end, that's what you can take out immediately as your 60 Rand, just your profit for the week. Of course, we don't want to do that. We want to have at least 3 milestones in Finalmente. The first milestone is to get to 100,000 Rand. Now that might sound like a lot of money, but trust me when I tell you this, it is very easy and very quickly to get to 100,000 Rand, especially now that Bitcoin is blasting up the ladder. Okay? Ordinarily, if Bitcoin wasn't doing so well, if Bitcoin was doing $8,000, $9,000 a coin, then you are almost totally reliant on your 6% every week. Understand? But because Bitcoin is doubling and tripling and it's moving the way it is, you are actually not making 6% a week. You are making 15%, 20% a week because Bitcoin is helping you. Now, as this thing climbs, and you may ask the question, yeah, but now what if Bitcoin tanks? What if Bitcoin drops? Well, that's fine. Then you back down to your 6%. But you will always be making money. Always. Okay? But you're just going to make it a lot faster now because the way Bitcoin is performing. So the first thing you want to do is once you've registered, or let's just say you haven't registered and you've received a WhatsApp from someone, or you've received a what do you call it, an email from someone. All right, I'm just going to pick any person here. So let's just say, yeah, take my name for example. I've sent you out this link. All right, now the first thing I need to do, otherwise it's not going to open, is just let me log out here. Otherwise this page will open up again. So I will click on the link. You've now received this. And there's a 3-step program. So the first thing that you're going to do is sign up. You click on the link and you click on sign up, right? I've invited you. You then select yourself a username, whatever that is. Write it down. Make sure if you're in other platforms and you're using a username or an email or a password, try and keep it uniform, okay? Use the same username, use the same password. Keep it simple. And you, of course, you put your email, your password, you confirm it, and then you put in your details. All right, first name, last name, your address, the city is Cape Town, Western Cape, zip code, and of course you go in South Africa, right? Your cell phone number. Security question is a question that you asking yourself. So in case things go wrong, they're going to ask the question that you've put down. Now, normally I have a few standard questions. What's your mother's name, your father's name, sister's name, whatever you can choose here. right? You can choose your own questions. And then, of course, you obviously know the answer to the question that you've just posed. And you click, I'm not a robot. Then you create the account. Now, that is step one of how to get on board in Finalmente. So now you've created the account. They will then now tell you that you have received an email. Guys, what I've also noticed today, make very sure that when you put the email address in, especially if you're helping someone, okay, double and triple check that email address. Because if you miss out a digit or something, it's going to register that incorrect email. And then when you say create an account, okay, you now need to activate that account. So you're going to get an email. But if you've put in the wrong email address, if you left a digit out or a letter out or something, that person is not going to get the email. Right? Because it's almost instantaneous that they will get an email once you've created the account. And then they need to click on the link and say, look, the account is now active. And that's part two. All right, so it's very important, make sure. And also when you create the account and the page comes back here, in other words, it doesn't go to where it gives you a long list of welcoming you and saying you now need to go to your email, then just scroll up and see what is wrong. Normally it will tell you this username is already in use, okay, or it's too short or too long or whatever. And just rectify, change it, make sure you write it down. So first step, you click on the link, you fill out all this information, you create the account. Then second step is when you're going to get the email, you click on the link in that email and it will now say your account is active. Now, once your account is active, then it will give you two options, because now you're going to your third step, which is your where you need to log in. Okay? Now you log in. Clicked on the account is active. You log in. You put in your username and you put in your password. Now it's not going to show on my side because I'm already activated. I click on I'm not a robot. That's what will happen with you as well. And then you sign in. But it will not let you sign in all the way. What it will then do, it will ask you, do you want to authenticate yourself via 2FA or via the email? So the minute you click on the sign in here, there will two stuff will pop up. Google Authenticator or email. Now, if you're going to go Google Authenticator, it normally defaults to that, then you need to make sure that you have downloaded 2FA on your phone. Okay, and you cannot register on your phone and choose 2FA because you need to take a screenshot. So it cannot work. I hate working off a phone in any case, so try and always register on a laptop. Okay, but if you don't have a laptop and you have to register on the phone, it's impossible to click on 2FA, because how do you take a photo of something and the camera is on the phone and the thing you need to take a photo with is also on the phone? It can't happen. Okay, so when you register on your phone, the only other alternative is then to say I have to click on via my email. In other words, whenever you register going forward and it's via your email, you will receive a password, okay, encrypted code, 10-digit code or something, which you need to copy and then paste when they ask you for it. Now, in this case, I've chosen 2FA. I'll click here. And I'll say sign in. And you see, here it will ask you, enter the 6-digit code from your Google Authenticator below. Now, if you choose 2FA, this is what will appear. But if you choose, and then you're going to go via the email, then it will say enter the code that you've now received via your email. So you can quickly minimize your screen on your phone, and you copy the code that they sent you on your email, okay? Now, I've chosen, obviously, the way forward was my 2FA on my phone, 39, and it changes every 30 seconds. The beauty about this is you will know my username, you will know my password, doesn't matter. You cannot get past this point if you don't have my phone in your hand. Another point, when you choose the 2FA, okay, on on the laptop, you've chosen the route that you're going to want to log in every time via your 2FA. You choose 2FA, a barcode will appear. Now, just above or below the barcode, it will say view barcode details. It's in red. Click on that, and it will give you a long number, letters, alphabetical letters, both in what do you call it, capital and lowercase. All right, write that down. The reason for that is it's your recovery code for your 2FA. If you lose your phone, right, and you don't have that recovery code, you can't just go and get another phone and download 2FA and then just log in, because then anybody can log in. Okay, they must link your old 2FA with your new 2FA. So the only way you can do that is by then entering, when you get your new phone, you download 2FA, and they'll say import the 2FA, meaning you want to import your old 2FA to your new phone. Then you have to put in that long code, and then it will link up your old 2FA with your new 2FA. You don't do that, there's problems, meaning you've selected that you want to get into your account via 2FA, and you don't have a 2FA. So how do you now get into your account? It's problematic. Okay? It is problematic. So that is the step, the three-step process on how to register your account. Now, once you've registered, you are given, it will tell you, here's a screen that will pop up on here. It will say you are now given 29 days to fund the account. Okay? So guys, what we're saying is registration is for free. You go out there and you can register, no problem. It's free of charge. At the same time, when you've registered and you're in your account here, and someone says, hey, you know what, I'm interested in this Finalmente. You haven't even paid anything. You haven't chosen your plan or anything like that. You can go out and send your link, and it's this top link, your referral link. You can copy it, right? Copy it like that, and you can go into your WhatsApp, and you can choose anybody, and you can just paste it, and you send it off to that person, and there you go. That person then clicks on, as I've shown you, and he can register. Then that person can actually fund his account before you, and you would get the commission. Okay, you would get commission on that. I don't know why this thing is taking so long to load the commission. But yeah, it doesn't hold you back. So at the end of the day, if you've sent this out to 2-3 people and they've all put in 1,000 Rand, you would earn 3%. As you can see here, you get paid on 4 levels, right? You get paid on 4 levels. On your first level, you will get 3% commission. On your second level, 2%. Third level, 1%, and 1% on your fourth. But you would now get 3% of that 1,000 Rand. Your account is not even loaded. By the time you decide, okay, I'm going to fund my account now with 1,000 Rand, and that commissions that you've earned would get added onto your 1,000 Rand. Okay, and that's the beauty about this thing. So you can actually grow your business long before. Now, in this case, I want to show you, and I mentioned it before, it's not necessary to go out and market this business. But I've spoken to 13 people. Okay, now collectively, those 13 people have spoken to 35 people. That 35 people have spoken to 30 people, and that 30 people have spoken to 20 people. And I've earned commissions over the levels. These 20 people here, if they speak to anybody, I will not earn from it because that will be on my level 5. It's too far away from me. But my person that I signed up here, this person, that would be on his level 4. So they would earn, okay? They would earn from it. But just to show you, let me just put Rand to BTC. It's always good to have this tab open, the Rand to BTC. Collectively, with all these people, I've earned in Bitcoin 90,000 Rand in commissions. Right? It sounds a lot, but it's only because Bitcoin was an increase this morning. It was on 82,000 Rand. But 90,000 effectively is what I've earned, you know, in commissions. But here's the thing, and I show people all the time. If you look at how much I've actually earned from my 13 people, the original people that I spoke to, you will see I didn't talk to them so that I can make money from them. I just made 2,600. That's all I made. And all I told those people was, listen, here is a platform here. It's really fantastic. You put some money in, and you earn 6% a week. Try that. Put in a 300 rand and a 500 rand, and that's what they did. They put in a 300 and a 500. They never even put a lot of money, not even 1,000 rand. But after 2-3 weeks, they saw the benefit out of all of that, and naturally they went and spoke to people. And you can see here, this 20 people here, where I've earned 1%, you can actually see how much I've made. Out of that 80,000, again, out of that 90,000 rand, on my fourth level, I've actually made 67,000 rand. It would have been nice if I could have those 20 people on my first leg, because these are the people that were putting in 250,000 rands and 100,000 rands and so forth. You know what I mean? But I don't know who these people are. And again, it didn't hurt sharing this opportunity. And it's very simple. People want to see, they're the seeing, believing type. Okay, so go out there, share. It helps your cause. So if you only can afford 1,000 rand or 500 rand, and you speak to 1 or 2 people, and they pop in at 10,000 rand because they can afford it and so forth, it helped you. Okay, it helps you. So don't be shy to go out and share this with everybody. Now, just to show you again my situation, I know there's some people on the call here that's on the call for the first time. I didn't do a presentation. I just want to go back to the dashboard quickly. Put my phone off. What's the name? Wi-Fi, yeah, because it's taking too long. It's out. Okay, so you can see I've got 3 deposits. Okay, that's what I've done. But if I go into my view of my lending plans, I've got an active plan here, and that plan will come to an end in a couple of days' time. Let's see, quick. And the internet is really slow. I apologize for that. Sure. It's really, really slow. While it's opening, give me 1 second. I was going to get another form of internet quickly. Okay, guys, I'm just sorry. I just want to get another form here of how we can operate. So we just disconnect this here. Put in the hotspot. Guys, can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Just raise a hand or something.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm okay, cool. Thanks. Okay, let me just quickly this and go back to referrals. Okay, it's going to be a lot quicker now, hopefully. I don't know. Right. Let me just go back to the dashboard here. Okay, so you can see if I go into view my lending plans, it will show you just how, yeah, this thing is slow, man. It's the worst. Okay, 6 months ago, I've put in 15,000 Rand. Okay, yeah, at least. So you can see it shows you a history of how I've been running the account. So 21st of July is when I put in 0.123141 Bitcoin. Now, this is not a true reflection as it is because this is the amount of Bitcoin. It's not the value of the Bitcoin. Today's value, this same 0.123 today is worth 3,000 Rand. But I actually put in 15,000 Rand. Okay, so this goes to show if I had 15,000 Rand and I just bought Bitcoin and left it, well, today I would have doubled my money as opposed to leaving 15,000 Rand in the bank. So just that in itself is a bonus. Okay? But it will show you here. And then every 7 days, I would repurpose that money. Okay? And if you can just choose maybe here by September, this is how much it's grown. You can see 83,000 Rand. Okay, I've already taken out, you can look here, this plan is going to come to an end now. Okay, this is the amount that I will be getting in 5 days time. So you can, it shows you up front. So it's nice to know. 434,000, so 500,000. Right. That's how you can grow your business. So guys, for me, the strategy is very simple. I did obviously load the account a little bit more, and I did that about 2.5 weeks ago. But clearly, because at that time, my 15,000 was well over 100,000, right? So if I just, yeah, I think 4th of October, even the 27th of October. Oh yeah, 13th of October. Yeah. So this is just to show you a bit of transparency. I was already at 90,000, but I've already taken money out. Okay, so clearly for me, the business was working, which then gave me comfort in saying, okay, I can tap into the bank, get more money, and pop it. Yeah, I'm not saying that that is what you need to do. I'm just saying that is what I did. Go for a loan. I went for a loan bond, and bank is asking for 4,000 and back. They gave me 200K, and on that 200, I need to pay 4 grand back. I dumped it in here. And you can see my 200 plus my 100,000 now gone to 500,000. I've made almost 200,000 on the money that I've had. That was within a month, and it's allowing me to earn almost 30K a week. But the bank wants 4,000 Rand a month, so it's a no-brainer. You know, you can pay them within two months or so. You can pay the bank back. Then you've got all this money to work with. Again, I'm not saying that's what you need to do. I'm just saying that's what I did, and it's working for me. So it's a very simple way of doing business, and I'm taking advantage of it. Why? Because I know for the next 6-7 months, Bitcoin is going to go to 20,000, maybe even past that, and then it might drop again. But then, you know, on a good weekend. So the key thing here is to get yourself to 100,000 Rand as quick as possible, because at 100,000 Rand, you're earning 30 to 31% a month. Okay, that is 30 to 31,000 Rand a month, 32,000 Rand a month. What you can do there is, if you're on 100,000 Rand, an idea of how you can play around with it, how you can earn and grow your money at the same time. Okay, so let's just say, sorry, what I wanted. So let's just say, yes, we do that. You're on 100,000 Rand, right? So in your first week, this is how you can earn and how you can grow your money at the same time. So your first week, you're getting 7%. That will give you 7,000 Rand. You don't take that 7,000 Rand. You put it back in for another week. So your second week, you are now on 107,000. Okay? And you times that by 7%. this is, you times that by 7%. You're now on 7,490. So let's round that off. Okay, so you added to your 107,000, you're probably on 115,000 for week 2. Again, you don't take anything out. Now you're on 115,000, you times that by 7%. Okay, that gives you 8,000, so 123,000 in your 3rd week. Okay, going for your 4th week, you're on 123,000, and you times this by 7%, 8,610. Now you take that for yourself. So you don't take your money in the 1st week of the month, you take it in the last week of the month. Okay, it gives you, and just by waiting till the end of the month, you've already increased your take-home pay by 1,600. Now you're going into the 2nd month, and when you go into the 2nd month, you go in at 123,000. Whereas if you were on 100,000, and at the end of the month you take the full 31, you're always going to be on 100,000. You're not going to grow it, because the first aim is to get to 100, the second aim is to get it to 1 million, right? But you also need to live. So now you've taken out your 8,600. So in month, or in week 1, in your 2nd month, you go in at 123,000, and of course that is what you're going to get, 8,600, which you then add. Okay, so that puts you on 131,000 for your 1st week of your new month. 131,000, and you times that by 7%, 9,100. You don't take that. You compound it, and you go, and it now gives you 140,000 week 2. You times that by 7%, that's another 9,000, almost 10,000 rand. So we round it off, make it 150. Okay, for simplicity. Going into week 3, you're now on 150,000. Okay, and you times that by 7%, 10K. So now in your last week, okay, your last week at 160,000 rand. And remember, this could be higher because Bitcoin is obviously increasing and so forth. It can also be a little bit lower if Bitcoin drops, but I can't see that happening in the very, very near future. But your last week, you take your 7%, that's 11,000. So your last week of the 1st month, you took home 8.5 grand. Your last week in the 2nd month, you take home 11 grand. But you've also grown your investment to 160,000. So this is how you get to live and how you get to grow your investment at the same time without taking any money out of your pocket. And of course, you get aided by the fact that people below you will then keep signing and put money in and so forth and so forth. So that's just a bit of advice that you can give. Now, the next thing is you want to ask is how are you going to get your money out? When you see withdraw funds, if I must click on here now to select the plan, okay, it will allow me to purchase a plan with this money that is available right now. And this year is obviously commissions that I've earned in the week, and it's still growing. It's made itself available to me. Let's see how much that is. What? Let's see here quickly. Right. 327 rand. Okay. If I wanted that 327 rand, I can get it immediately. So what I do is I click on withdraw. Okay, there's it. I've obviously entered my Bitcoin wallet address, and here you can see mother's name. This is the question that I've asked, and I know the answer. So I put in my mother's name, and I say withdraw Bitcoin, and it will go directly to my my wallet, which in this case is I use Valor. This is my Valor address. So the Bitcoin will land here. Okay. Now I need to get this Bitcoin from here. I need to get it into my bank account. Right? So I need to sell off my Bitcoin for rands because Valor is a link between your bank account and Finalmente. It marries the rand and the Bitcoin. All you do here is you don't click on deposit, you don't click on withdraw. You click on Bitcoin, you go into Bitcoin, right? And you say, I want to sell the Bitcoin. So whatever Bitcoin you have that you've now sold in Finalmente will be sitting here, and you choose the rand amount or the Bitcoin amount. If it tells you, in this case, 4 zeros and a 4020, I put that down here. I say review sell, and instantaneously that Bitcoin will now sit here in my Rand value. Okay, now I want to withdraw it. So I click on withdraw and I select the bank which I've already loaded. That's my bank account. And I say I want to take 1,000 Rand or 327 Rand, whatever. Okay, showing insufficient funds now, but you get the idea. Whatever amount I put in here, if I say review, all right, it will send me an email to say to authorize the transaction, and I'll do it. It costs R8.50. And if I do this early in the morning, during the same part of the day, I will get that money. But if I'm standing in a queue and I need to pay for groceries and I need money desperately in my bank account, then you click on fast withdrawal. And within 3 minutes, the money's in your bank account. You're going to pay 60 Rand. I would not want to do a fast withdrawal for 100 Rand and then pay 60 Rand. So obviously you're only going to get 40 bucks in your account. I mean, whether it's 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, you are going to pay 60 Rand fast withdrawal. And also it only operates from 8 till 5. So in the afternoon. So anytime during the morning or lunchtime, whatever, 3 minutes after you've clicked on that fast withdrawal, the money's in your bank account. How do you load it? How do you load your bank account? Very simple. You go to your name, right? You go to bank accounts, and you can just say list another bank. And I've got my account. I've got a few people that I pay regularly. So you also don't need to withdraw money from Valor to your bank account, and then from your bank account you want to pay someone. Okay, so if you want to purchase a TV or purchase a car or whatever, you can say to that person, give me your banking details. And straight from Valor, you load the banking details here, and straight from Valor, you can pay that person. And you can say 60 Rand, it will be immediate, or it will take him a couple of hours and you will get paid. So very simple. And that's how you stay away from the tax man. Now, talking about tax, if you're sitting with 100,000, 300,000, or 500,000, or even R1 million, okay, you don't pay tax on that money for as long as it's lying in your Valor account. The minute you withdraw that R1 million back into your bank account, then you're going to be paying, you're liable for it. So something I wouldn't do. However, if you're going to have R1 million in your Valor account and you purchase a vehicle for 500,000, you can purchase directly from here. And then you will then pay tax on that 500,000 because you have to register that car in South Africa, it's on your name, and SARS will want to know where did you get the 500,000 from. Okay. That's the only money you're going to declare. The other 500,000 that's in your Valor, you don't declare because it's still offshore. Why? Because you could spend that other 500,000 elsewhere in another country. So why do you want to pay tax on monies here, and then when you go elsewhere, you buy a car there and you have to pay taxes double? Not something you want to do. Okay, so getting your money from Finalmente to Valor, that's how it works, and then getting it from Valor into your bank account, you just withdraw, and of course you load it. But what about loading your Valor? You've now registered with Finalmente. Okay, you need to purchase a plan. You need Bitcoin. You cannot load Finalmente with rands and cents. You need Bitcoin. You need to buy Bitcoin. So again, you have your Valor account, and I'll show you how to get your Valor account. It's very simple. You click on deposit, okay? And then it will give you the Valor details here. This is the banking details for Valor. So by this time, you would have had your FNB or Absa Bank or Capitec account open. You know you're good to go with online banking, and you will say once-off payment. And if you come from Standard Bank, and Valor is with Standard Bank, you leave this at Standard Bank. But if your bank is any other bank, you say any other bank. Okay, so it's either Absa or FNB, you click on that. But this is your bank they're talking about, right? And each person, when they open up a Valor account, will get a unique reference number. So when you do a once-off payment, you'll say, I'm paying Valor. That is Valor's banking details. It's a check account. They were Standard Bank. And you put down this reference number. All right. And then you transfer 1,000 Rand, 10,000. I've transferred 140,000 already. Okay. On a big amount like that, you need to email directly from your bank account. Don't take a screenshot of the transaction. You need to go into the transaction and email from that transaction to Valor. They will send you an email. Please, can you email us directly? And you'll respond to that email. And then once you've made the transaction, you come here and you say, I've transferred funds. In other words, you've now alerted Valor that money is on its way. They'll say, thank you very much. We'll look out for it and let you know. That takes a only a day, you know, to let the money land into your account. Now the money will lie here in your Rand wallet. You need Bitcoin. So again, you're going to click on Bitcoin, go into Bitcoin, into the Bitcoin wallet, and you're going to buy Bitcoin. And you will say, so if you've transferred 50 Rand, for example, you're going to buy 50 Rand. 50 Rand worth of Bitcoin, and it will tell you that's how much Bitcoin you're going to get. So you're buying from whatever's in your Rand wallet. If there's $1,000,000 here or 10,000 Rand here, well, that's what you type in. That's the Bitcoin you get, review bell, buy, and the minute you click on review, instantaneously, the money will leave your account here and go to Bitcoin. Now it's sitting in your Bitcoin wallet. Now you've got Bitcoin. So once you've got the Bitcoin, you go into Finalmente, and you now want to, let me cancel this quickly. You want to now purchase a plan for yourself. Okay, let's just see. We're going to select the plan. Bitcoin is lying in Ballard, and I'll show you guys how to do it. So there's different plans. The first plan is a banker. Basically, that's what it is. You're banking here. This is not where you're going to earn any money, right? This is just a wallet. The reason for this is, as you could see on my dashboard, I've got another 5 days to go for a plan. But tomorrow I've made 1,000 Rand and I want to add my 1,000 Rand to the plan. I cannot do that while the plan is still active. But what I can do is I buy with Bitcoin. I'll click on buy with Bitcoin. I'll buy 1,000 Rands worth of Bitcoin, and it will sit here. Okay, so it takes about a couple of hours to land here, and then it takes about a day. Within the day, it will clear. So when my 5 days is up, okay, in the current plan that I have, then I can go into my new plan for another week with that monies and this 1,000 Rand that is lying in banker. It will marry. Okay? So this is what banker is basically for. For that times when you make extra cash, and then you want to add it to a plan. You leave it here, it will clear, and when your plan is finished for that week, then you can add it to it automatically. Okay, Uno starter, we don't worry with because that is a one-day plan and we don't have the time and patience to go in here on a daily basis. All right? But you can see that I've got 327 Rand available. And the system recognizes how much I've got, and the system will tell me what I can afford. So clearly, I can afford to buy here. Okay, I can also afford to buy here 300. Why? This is the Uno Classic, and this is where we start. It gives you 6% a week. Although it shows you 106% weekly, what that basically means is that 100% of your money you will get back after 7 days and 6% profit. The minimum that you can put in here, you can always check. You look at your minimum and your maximum. Okay, so the minimum, that's why it's always good to have your Rand BTC open. Here, paste 273 Rand. I've got 327 Rand, so clearly I can afford to buy this plan. The maximum is 1.5 Bitcoin. Now, when you look at the next plan, it's 6.6. Right? The minimum here you can put in is 4,100. Okay, it's going up and up and up because last week it was 3,200. Now it's 4,100. What I'm saying is that if you've got a 4,500 Rand, you don't put it in here, even though you can afford it, because you're only going to get 6%. You rather put it in here because you can afford to put it in here, and here you get 6.6. So you always look for the biggest return on investment. But the system will tell you in any case, and you can see here, it's not. There's no buy with your balance here, because clearly I've only got 300 bucks, and here you need 4,000. So if I want, I can say, let me click on buy with balance, and this is how easy it is. So every week, this is all you do for 2 minutes. You click once, buy with balance. All right, that is the amount, always maximum. Always maximum. Your main balance is basically what you've come in with, and in this case, it's not a true reflection because we're talking about commissions here. But if you put in 1,000 Rand, it will show you that you've put in 1,000 Rand worth of Bitcoin here, and this is the profit that you've made in Bitcoin for the week. So you can choose, do I want to repurpose my profit or repurpose this? I normally say you add the two together and you go maximum until you get your 100,000. Okay, so I clicked once to get to this point. I copy that, copy it, and I paste it in here. Right, there it goes, and I say agree. I place my order, and I confirm it. Done. Now it shows I've got 2 active plans. Okay, and there it's moved out of. So I didn't withdraw it. I just put the money back in because I'd rather earn 6% on that $300 than cashing it out. So if I click on view plans now, you will see it. It was 327 Rand, if I can remember correctly. Just let this thing open. And so there it will now, in 6 days' time, that money will now become available. Okay. So what can happen is I can, on the 5th day, which is next week, Monday, this will then become available. I don't have to repurpose. I can actually wait for Tuesday for this to clear, but I must wait for Tuesday, 8:45 to 9. So then I can say, I can go into my plans and then I can purchase with this money and this money. I can join it. Okay, so remember, it's not a cast in stone that you need to repurpose on the day that it says you have to, because sometimes you forget, right? And you remember 2 days later. If you remember 2 days later, well, then your week starts from that 2 days, say from the Wednesday, as opposed from the Monday, right? So that's basically how you can repurpose, and it's as simple as that. All right, so now I've shown you guys how to repurpose your money, and it's, like I said, 3 clicks, you're done. Okay, you log out and you do whatever you need to do for the rest of the week. Let me just quickly log out of this here. So the last thing I just want to show you is how to register your Valor. So you go there, www. And always, guys, up here is where you search for things, never in the search bar. This is where you leave yourself open for hacking and stuff like that. www.var.com. Okay, so we're going to say this one here, and you say get started. Right, so click on you get started, and you put in your first name, last name, email address, password. Don't worry about the referral code unless I send you from my Valor. I will send you a referral code, but you don't worry about that. I'm not a robot, and you say next. Okay, then it will take you to another page where you also just have to put in your address, this, that, and the other. And lastly, it will then ask you to identify yourself. So there you need a not a barcoded ID, but the ID, the smart ID. You take a pic of the front of it, take a pic of the back. You load it onto your Valor. So it will ask you, load the front copy now from your phone or from your laptop. You load it, and then it'll say load your back copy. You load that. It will say look into the screen, because if you're doing it on your laptop, then there's a camera on your laptop. You look into that. You place your face within that screen that it shows you, and it will ask you to look over either over to your left shoulder or your right shoulder. You do that for a second or two. It will give you 3 numbers which you need to read out loud. It's all to identify that this is you. And then it will ask you to stare in the camera for a second or two, and you say record. And then you're done. And then it will say that this whole thing is now pending, and it normally takes a day or so, where Valor will come back and say, congratulations, you can now get started. And then you load your account from the bank. So that's basically how you download Valor. All right, so from there on, you load your Valor account. Again, you can activate your 2FA if you want, which means people can sit with your email, they can sit with your password. Remember, this is your bank. If they have access to this, your money is gone. So the one thing you want to do is secure yourself. Get your 2FA on your phone. You go into, if you got Android, you go into your Play Store and you download 2FA. It's normally like a gray circular, look like a horseshoe, but it's gray. You download that, and then this Valor will pop up when you say you want to, when you want to activate your 2FA, or the barcode will pop up, and then you will say scan barcode. Keep your camera over the barcode, and on your phone it will now say that this is your Valor 2FA. If there's what's the name, a backup code, please write it down. So again, if you lose your phone, if you have that backup code, then you can download Valor on another phone and put your backup code, or you're good to go. So that's the only danger about having 2FA on a phone, losing it or getting that phone stolen, and you haven't had a backup code, and it's a problem. But it's not that it cannot be fixed. Guys, I'm not sure. Is there any questions that you want to ask the newbies? Any questions? I am recording this thing, or I have recorded it, so I will send it. I'll put it on the group chat. Then you can always watch it again. Also on the group chat, I will just put again the 3 videos I've made on how to. It's basically a presentation, how I've made my first 100,000, and how you can fund your account. It covers what I've said here tonight, but it's a little bit shorter. Put it on. Buster, I see you've unmuted yourself.
Yes. I did register sometime last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I missed out when you were talking about that because I was rushing home driving. Okay, but I after the registration, I received that code.
Yeah.
That I was supposed to use to now, I think, to log in or something. And I copied that code.
Yeah.
And pasted it, but it was not accepting it.
Yeah, it times out. Okay, so you're gonna have to just go out of everything. And now, but if you have you chosen to log into your Finalmente via your email? That's the route you're choosing.
I think I did through my phone.
Have you got your authenticator on your phone, 2FA?
Yes.
Okay. So now, when you on your 2FA on your phone, does it say Finalmente 2FA?
Yeah. I'm not sure now again.
Just click on your 2FA and tell me what you see on your 2FA.
2FA. Okay, let me not drag you back. I think I will have to look through it again because I don't have it before me now.
Are you on the Zoom call on your phone?
No, on my laptop.
Okay, so you can, yeah, just on your phone, you just scroll. It's a pity now you can't see me. Let me just try something here quickly, just to show you guys a video. I just want to see where I need to put this thing on camera now. I'm trying to see now where I can. Can you guys still see the screen?
Yes.
I just want to see now. Why is it that I suppose I have to start this thing with video on. You can see me. Stop meeting, disable show, hide panel. Okay. I can't seem to get you to see me. I have to do that. Webcam selected. Virtual browser video. You know, just video settings. Okay, you can see me. So this is the 2FA. I don't know that I'm talking about. Can you see there?
Okay.
That's what it looks like. So when you click on it, you will see all the different.
Should I download that from Google Play?
Yeah,
Should I download that?
You download. So okay, it's in reverse now, but you can see that's my Finalmente one. That's my Carrot Bars one. That's my MPI one. So it will label it. Okay. So what happens is when you go into Google Play and you download 2FA, it should look firstly like that. Okay, it should look like this, yeah? That's what it should look like. Then when you log into your what's the name? Into your Finalmente for the first time. Now you've got your 2FA on your phone. You log in, you click on login, you put in your username, you put in your password. Okay, you'll say that. You'll do exactly what I'm doing here now. And you'll say sign in. Okay, here it's asking me for my 2FA, but in your case, it will ask you, do you want to log in via 2FA or do you want to log in via email? It defaults on 2FA.
This is what I got.
Yeah. So you will say submit via 2FA. Now, the minute you choose the 2FA route, then a barcode will appear here. Okay. You then go to your phone. You click on that 2FA that you've downloaded, and you say scan QR code, which is that barcode that's on your laptop. And you keep your camera of your phone over the barcode that you see on your laptop. And immediately it will pick up your Finalmente. And then it will give you 6 digits, which you then type in here. Okay. So it will keep running all the time. It will keep changing. It will time out. You will see on the right-hand side. Maybe let's go again here to here video settings. We'll see here. Here it times out. Now just take a look at the numbers here now. Right? When this thing times out, the numbers change. I know it's upside down or back to front, but you see that.
Yes, I see that.
Now it times out. So now you've got a new set of numbers. So you have to be quick about it. You have to be quick about it. Okay. And you type in that 6 numbers here. Right. In my case, it's now 872 324. And you say submit. And that's it. And you're in. So all the time when you want to log in, this is the route that you're going to have to take. It will ask you for your username, your password, and then it will ask you for your 6-digit code, your 2FA 6-digit code. You click on your 2FA, and you type in the 6 numbers that you're seeing there before it times out. If it times out, put in the new numbers.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Nothing? Nothing.
Sorry, hello.
Yeah.
So when I am going to do the 2-factor authentication, to use the 2FA, should I use Google Auto or email login?
No, that's the two. That's the 2 options they give you. So it's either you're choosing the 2FA or the email login. You must decide. If you're going to choose the email login, you don't need 2FA on your phone, because it then would mean every time you log in, you must go to your email and get the password.
All right. So
if you're choosing the email route, if you're choosing the email route, you don't need 2FA on your phone.
okay. So if I'm using laptop, you think email login is gonna be better if I'm working on my laptop?
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's easier because the danger is, if you lose your phone and you didn't write down that recovery phrase, then it's difficult to get into your account. So email is always going to be with you. Whether you lose your phone or not, you can always access your emails.
Okay. All right.
So whatever is easier for you, you can choose.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I be working on my phone and also be working on the laptop?
Yeah, you can do both. So if you're on your phone and you've chosen the email route, then you just minimize your screen, you go into your email, you keep your finger on the 9 or 10-digit code that they give you. You keep your finger on there. It will highlight blue and say copy. Copy, you minimize that screen, and you go back into your Finalmente account, paste it, and log in. But then you need to know how your phone works. Okay, so
yes.
it's easy for me because I do it all the time. But if you're not sure how your phone works, it's difficult to minimize the screen, get the code, because it times out. If you take too long, you know, because you can't also write the code down on a piece of paper and then from your email and then want to type it in, because sometimes it's difficult to give you an I. You don't know if it's an I or L or 1. You see,
Yeah.
that's the, so it's better just to copy and paste.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You know, you're doing another presentation. Hi, Zana. Yeah. Next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock again. Okay. Next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock. We will do that. Guys, if you got any other people that you've signed up during the week or done so in the past, and they need a bit more information, then please get them to this call. It's all about training. It's not, we're not marketing this thing. And the training is essentially, this is your finances. Okay. I can't expect my upline to phone me next week Monday and say, listen, you need to repurpose. I'm sitting with 430,000 Rand. Do I really need someone to remind me to make more money? You know what I mean? I also need to know how to work this thing. Something happens to my upline, it's a problem, you know? So just like you are operating your own internet banking, you need to know how to do this. And trust me, when you get to know how to navigate Finalmente and Valor, Valor is brilliant for every other thing that you want to do going forward. We are going to go totally digital in the very near future, guys, and banks are going to become obsolete. And even if there are going to be banks around, you know, they're probably just going to deal in crypto. So Valor, which is a South African company, will probably end up, you'll probably ending up being taxed for the money that's in your Valor account. For now, it's still deemed as offshore. Any other questions?
Please, sorry, I think maybe I missed some of the initial trading parts while I was driving. Do I need to download any, the Finalmente Global? Do you have an app like should be on my phone or my computer?
No, what you do is once you've, okay, so you do this. Let me just close these things here quickly so that I'll show you. Let me just, so this is what you do. Just log out here quickly. So you've received the link from someone, you've registered, you've now logged in, right? When you log in, you click on login. This is now on your laptop. So this is what you do. You say yeah, and you go password. Let's see. Probably do know this, but I will just assume that you don't. And you say that, and of course, sign in. Now it asks you for the code. 584674. Oh wait, hold it. That's the wrong one. Just move this out of the way here quickly. So it's timing out. I'm just waiting for it to time out quickly, and we put in a new one. So it's 7. So now, when you've done that, you've logged in. You will see up top here, Finalmente. You click on bookmark, and you say done. You see that? Pastor, you still there? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So you click on bookmark when you've logged into your account. Only when you've logged into your account. You click on bookmark and you say done. Then it will be here. So every time, and the same with your phone. Once you've logged in on your phone, you can go into the app and you can save it to your screen. So it's a shortcut.
Okay.
But it doesn't have an app per se. You see, so
All
when
right.
you log out, Like that. Now, if I want to go into Finalmente, I open up the taskbar and I say Finalmente there. And it takes me straight to where I need to log in.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I got that now.
Any other questions? Guys, okay, I hope that helped. Like I said, I will put this video out there. I've got 3 other videos, which is much shorter. But if you want to have a look at this thing again, it will be on the group chat. And everybody on the group chat is admin. So please, if you have other people, get them on the group chat so that they can also understand how this thing works. And it frees you up, okay? It really frees you up. It's difficult. I know it's time consuming when you have to, in the beginning, it's not a problem. 3, 4, 5 people, not a problem. But you see how quickly this thing mushrooms because it's proven. No one waits long. After 1 week, if you put in 1,000 or 500 rand and you've made money on that and you haven't spoken to a soul, you know what? That's all the proof people want to see. That you've spoken to nobody and you've made money. This thing will mushroom. Okay. And of course, you're always going to get kept busy. So the trick is get people up to speed on how this thing works, how you can fund it, how you can withdraw, and that's it. So that you can concentrate on other things as well. Guys, thanks so much for your time, and I will see you next week and Tuesday. Have a good night, all. Thanks once again. Cheers.